Iamar prestareien. Han motho nenen. Han motho netges. A han noston negulef.
Hello and welcome to Garblag Games for episode 4 of The One Ring, the Heir of Elendil, where tonight my unfortunate players will meet their doom beneath the ruins of Fornost. But before they do that, I'll let them introduce themselves, starting with Ben.
Hello, I am Ben. I am wearing a cloak of elvenkind because I am a bold person. Hi, I'm Ben from Garblag Games. I'm playing Sigrun, daughter of Sigrid. Got to get that right, always get them the wrong way round. And I stand at the back and hold a bow.
Yeah. If baldness is the reason to wear hoods, I think we'll all be. Roger's the only one left. Yeah. Dan, tell us about yourself and your character.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Dan, and tonight I am playing Elendil, a high elf from Rivendell.
And Jim is back with us this week.
Hello. How is everybody? I am Jim. And I am playing Will Hosborn, a mild-mannered gentleman of Bree.
There you go. Pete, how are you doing? Hopefully not too quickly. It needs time to properly digest you. Otherwise, those hard dwarven metal scales and things on your armor just end up causing indigestion. And finally, Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm playing Robin Burrows, the Hobbit of the Shire, treasure hunter, and potato cook extraordinaire.
There you go. That is the wonderful company that may or may not survive tonight. So, to start, we'll follow a single raindrop down from the cloudy skies above as it hurtles towards the ruins of Fornost, crashing into the ground and leaking down into a crack, seeping all the way through into a great darkness that lies beneath the city, where eventually it falls on Vidar's head, as we see our heroes surrounded by the occasional sight of something hard-shelled and chitinous moving across the edge of the water before you see something almost indescribable scurry along the length of the rocks or crawl around stones and curl its way around and around before returning back to the water. I believe everyone had already drawn their weapons last time, and we're about to engage in some combat.
By Durin's beard.
It's very hard to spot, and even the lantern of Lorien is slowly waning as this dark mass presses in, and there's a foul, stenching reek that precedes it and seems to be drawing closer now as you hear around you the rocks moving and scurrying, scuffing. And as everyone else has already rolled their for fear, Jim, would you be a deer and roll fear for Hoss?
Yeah, of course I can. What do I need to roll, please?
It's wisdom, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think it's valor.
Oh, yeah,
isn't it?
valor. Sorry. Yeah.
Is it? Will it be on my character sheet?
Yes. If you open your character sheet under heroic stature, you can just click on valor, and you should be able to roll that. And essentially, it causes 2 shadow points, potentially. So 1 success will knock off a shadow point, and any extra successes will knock off 1 more.
There you
So
go.
there you go. You did take 1 shadow point.
Ooh.
As you're slightly disheartened by this thing that you cannot see, and this trap you have been laid in, clearly to perish. Just gonna go through everyone's successes quickly to get an idea. So I think most of you picked up, other than Vidar and Sigrun, I think you all picked up 1 shadow point. And the Eye of Mordor was previously at 3, so now it will go up to 6.
Bloody hell. Have you noticed my Eye of Mordor on the overlay?
Oh, that was mostly for me. But
I've changed it on the
Ooh.
overlay.
very nice. That is a good Eye of Mordor. It's the very eye that is keeping a watch on you. So, as we go into opening volleys, which I will let you do, you sort of have these half glimpses of the creature approaching it. What you can see is a creature of immense size, even though it's hidden under the water most of the time, or crawling behind rocks and rubble and stones and debris. But there's the darkness emanating from it. So as a complication, being that it's pitch black raining, this creature is some nameless horror from times beyond any of your memories, even Elendil's. You lose 1 dice rolling against it. But if you want, you can all make opening volleys.
Well, that's not at all worrying that the target for it is actually smaller than its icon.
Did we have an initiative order?
You don't yet, because you're in opening volley, so basically you just all roll at the same time. And then after that, when we get to close quarters combat, you'll all pick stances, and that'll be your initiative order.
Opening volleys. Do you have
Do
to
I click on the
have both of
weapon
them?
or on the bows?
You should be able to click on the weapon.
Is that
and
going to
then
be a
it will
ranged
also
weapon,
give you the attack.
Lewis? Okay.
Yes, it's a ranged weapon for opening volleys.
Could I throw a dagger? Would that count? Or...
You can, I believe, or you could throw your hand axe. Also, note for Will Hosborn, you have the dagger of Elenkimia, which is the magical dagger you were gifted by Elrond that does extra stabby and so forth.
Okay.
So we have a penalty die, right?
Yeah, you have one penalty.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready my shield and melee weapon and stand to protect those behind me with bows.
You get a free shot, so you can have a quick, and then you're in.
I don't use a bow.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Uh-oh.
Call that shooting? What's the matter with you?
Yeah. So somehow Sigrund, as the rest of you kind of fire off arrows that skip into the water and into the dark, somehow Sigrund manages to loose a shot from her great bow, and you hear this kind of high-pitched piercing noise, hissing kind of scream as it seems to have hit something.
Good shot.
Red bird.
Yeah. Okay. Then is anyone else doing any kind of ranged roll? I think only Will needs one.
He hasn't got a ranged weapon, he said.
No. Okay then. In that case, we'll go to begin combat, and you can all pick your stances. So to go through them, you have a forward stance, which gives you a bonus to attack, but also a penalty, a bonus to your attackers. Open stance gives you no real advantages. Defensive stance is the opposite of forward stance, and rearward stance means that you stand back and engage in combat. In ranged combat.
I shall definitely be doing that.
How about you, foul creature?
Isildur will be taking a forward stance.
I was going to say something derogatory to the elf there, but I'll break the cliche. I'll be.
Oh, yeah. Such good
You can
friends.
select your stance, Jim, if you right-click on your icon
Yes.
on the map.
Oh.
Yeah,
Have
if
I
you
got
right-
an icon?
yeah, on the battle map, you should see Hoss in the bottom right.
No.
Oh,
On the
is he
map, there should be a big
Can you
bad
see the
guy
map?
and then 5 of us.
first? Because if you can't see the map, that might be it.
Oh yeah, there I am. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, if you right-click on your dude, you can select the stances.
I'm going to stand defensive, but I'm going to stand in front of the dwarf to protect him.
I'm like hitting the creature.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing at the front.
I'm going to join in then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall I move up to the front? Yeah.
Yeah, you can. So is that your stances picked?
Yes. Wait, that clever.
Aye.
Okay. In that case, who wants to go
Roger moves further away. I like it. Just his little shuffle back over here.
You can, at this point, you can sort of see a creature lurch up with these big, watery, grey, remorseless eyes, and then whipping tendrils with hooked barbs on the end come slashing out towards you, as behind it, an almost centipede-like creature starts crawling up the banks of the underground pool.
Yeah. I'll whack it. Can we whack it?
Yeah.
You go first? Yep, go for it.
So it's all one thing, isn't it? The centipede creature has got these tentacles, yeah?
Yep.
But that's coming out, so we're going to hit that.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. I will... Who's first, then?
Whoever wants to go
Looks
first
like
in
it's you.
forward stance.
I'll hit it, then. Is that all right? Do you mind if I'm standing right there ready for
Sure.
a bosh? So we've got a -1.
After you.
Right. There you go.
Thank you very much, Elf! Long-hafted axe. What's my hope looking like? Oh, 7.
Well, we have also got 3 rerolls at the minute from
Yeah.
chat
Sure.
going.
Yeah, but
I've got a
bonkers
penalty
on-
They're
dice,
going
yeah,
nuts
did you
for
say?
results. That's brilliant.
They're not important, those rerolls. Yes, you have a penalty dice.
Okay. Right. I have
To
to add
hit.
that. Click on that penalty dice. Oh no, I'll go down to 0 because I had a bonus dice. Right. Oh!
Hi.
Oh!
Which,
You have
by
got
the
reroll.
way-
I'm going to reroll!
Yeah. Otherwise, it would raise your Eye of Sauron,
Oh, God.
Mordor level to 7.
Here we go. Let's try that again. Ah!
Oh my
I can use
God.
my other
Sorry,
reroll.
Non-anomaly, I'm saving my reroll.
Here we go.
Hold on. You said that the rerolls didn't matter, then you were ignoring them. So that includes your rerolls as well.
I mean, I can just keep adding these creatures if you want.
I failed, but at least I didn't add to the Mordor stuff. Whoa!
Okay.
Tricky
Right.
beast.
Quick, Pete, get on Twitch and close down that poll. Dish out 70,000 groats and we might get some more rerolls out of it.
It squirms to the side as you come flying in with your axe, and it turns out that it is a damn sight faster than you thought it would be, as this massive creature lurches up out of the water, and your axe hits barren stone where once it stood. Who's going next?
I'll go give it a swing.
Yes, let the man go first.
Ben, which outcome am I
They
selecting?
are so
The
keen.
blue one.
Oh, I have to select a token to attack. Is that right?
Click on the beastie.
Yes. So right click
okay.
on the giant beastie, and you can select
Okay.
the target. Then just roll on your weapon.
No, you need to select. Oh, I'm so done at this.
So you use the little arrow target from the top left options, and then click on the big beastie.
You can do that too.
The arrow target.
Yeah, it looks like a little arrow target.
Archery target, yeah.
Or you can right click on it and you should see that little archery target on there as well. Or I think you can press Control T or Shift T,
Yes.
something like that.
There's many options.
There's many options,
Yeah.
but
It's going down.
Right.
Right, that's 70,000 groats shared out amongst a mere 3
Wow.
people. So,
Well, that'll
A
hit.
fine hit.
Yeah.
Well done.
nice.
How much damage does your grievous fell axe do?
6.
Perhaps there is hope for man.
So 6, and you
Yes.
also have 2 extra successes, which you can spend for special damage. A heavy blow, fend off, and I think that's about it.
Or go for a heavy blow.
I thought you might.
Does it not show up on screen?
You probably have to select it, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, where's that?
It
It's
should
a
have
little
come up.
pop-up
I
on the
think
window.
he just. I think.
I think he clicked on his skill,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, okay.
Not,
No, he rolled Grievous Fell
no,
Axe.
yeah.
Yeah, Grievous fell axe.
There might be a pop-up window that's appeared somewhere else that you need to go and click on.
Yeah, and then you should be able to select heavy blow twice.
No, I'm not going to.
Which in any event means that you can create an additional loss of endurance equal to your strength rating.
Ooh.
Twice.
I can't find any pop-up windows, sorry.
Okay. No worries. Lewis can do it his side.
manually. Yeah. So
My strength is 16. Or is it 4?
It's 4.
It's 16.
16 would be nice, wouldn't
I
it?
like
is
it.
now.
I like it, Jim.
Yeah. Nice try.
He's playing a cave
so-
troll.
6 and 8. Yep. Yeah. Where Vidar mists, you come flying in as the beast lurches to the left of Vidar's blow, and your axe crashes down, cutting into the top of its carapace and kind of cracking it a little bit. But it's injured, but it's still very intent on murdering you all. So that only leaves Isildir in forward stance.
Yes, please. So I'll just left click on it, or
If you right click on it in the left hand side, you should see, or on the left hand side of its token, you should see a little bullseye that you can select to target. Or you have on the left hand side of your screen, you should see a little bullseye as well. You can click on that and then select the target.
okay. Right, I got my blue thing, and now so now what do I do?
So if you want to hit it with your weapon, open your character sheet, select the weapon you want to use, just click on it, and it should
Scroll down
roll.
to the war gear and then click on the weapon.
Yeah. Is Isildir humming that as you slowly?
No, so
walk
Isildir
forward?
has drawn his sword, kind of taken a calm stance, kind of clicked his neck a little bit, and then goes for it.
Also, remember you all have -1 dice,
You have a penalty die on your.
but we'll let you off. So you hit. You have a little selection.
I do, so I'm going to select piercing blow, free, fend off, or heavy blow. I think I'll go for heavy blow. And I'll
Piercing
submit
blows
that.
quite. Oh no. Okay.
So I've done it.
I mean, 11 damage will do as well.
Yeah.
Gonna feel that.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit knackered.
It. Where Will Hosborne's axe or Burns' axe hits it and cracks it, you just sort of stab in with your elven blade and cut in between the overlapping plates, and it hisses again, thrashing about at you all.
If it rolls over so that that part is no longer pressing against the sand, then you have to climb up the side of it.
Got my hooks ready.
I was going to jump on it, but I thought no.
So, out of the two people in rearward stance, who's going first?
I
After
will.
you're going to actually probably do something.
Bear.
Sigrun, you see Vidar, Will, and Fildir disappear into this emanating, foul-reeking fog in front of them.
Can I
And
shoot it in the
fighting
eyes?
with some kind of dark shadow that's lashing and thrashing about from inside it. You can try and shoot it in the eyes, yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I'll shoot it. Let's just go with I'll shoot it.
Just yeah, we'll see how well it goes.
If we do really well, then we'll see where we go. Now, I don't have a penalty dice, do I?
You do as well.
We
I
all
do.
do, because it's a horrible creature.
Okay, but I'm going to use a hope point. Does that make my roll inspired?
What are your
Just tick a hope die.
Proud. Yeah, proud and willful. We're not dying here.
Yeah, I think I'll count willful. Yeah, it can be inspired.
I didn't use a bad dice, by the way. I
Don't worry.
blatantly
don't worry.
cheated there. I missed that bit. So do you want me to cross some hope off or something? Or?
No, it's all right. You're already so horribly corrupted from all of your evil actions.
It's only giving me the option to do 2 heavy blows rather than one.
Well, that means
piercing blow.
that's probably because you can't hit the required rate for pierce.
Okay.
So then
I've got to get piercing on this bow next time I level.
Yeah.
Have that
Oh no, you
instead,
already
matey.
had a pierce. That's why
Oh,
you could only.
Oh! 19 damage.
It took a whopping 19 damage. Yeah.
That's
And
got to make a
I have
protection
to-
roll test.
so
Yes.
yeah, in the face.
18, 10. Oh! Roll 3
Clangs-
sixes.
Clangs off of its almost iron metal-like hide. But part of the arrow breaks off and cuts into it, grinding between the plates and digging deeper and deeper into it as it hisses and shrieks even more.
No, because its protection roll is ill-favoured. For I am a barding with the fierce shot.
Ooh. But then I have to re-roll it.
You rolled about 8 sixes.
Wait.
Yeah, when you score a piercing blow on a ranged attack, the protection roll is ill-favoured. Ha ha! Because
I'll roll it again.
bard.
Still very much protected.
Could have rolled all ones.
It still just snaps off under the steely hide of the creature. Robin Burrows,
All right.
can you save everyone?
Probably not.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
Look at that.
I also.
This thing dies by choking to death on a potato. I am going to be so impressed.
That'd be amazing.
I'm using a bow. I'm not hooking a potato at it.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were like
This is-
baseball whacking them with a frying pan.
No, that sounds like getting very close and dangerous. I'm quite happy away from
What
it.
is it with all these piercing blows?
No, throw the potato up in the air and hit it with a frying pan. Yeah.
Your blow, unfortunately, is also warded off.
Oh.
Just,
Does the damage
didn't-
still go through?
yep, the damage goes
Yay.
through, though.
You,
I
you didn't
contributed.
sharpen the potato enough.
There you go.
Damage.
Yes. And then the creature itself lashes out all around it,
Uh-oh.
which we'll start off by doing by spending a point of hatred.
Always encouraging when that happens.
Yay!
Yay!
Let's use hatred.
Point of hatred to make you all lose an additional d6 for the round.
Ah! So we're on 2 penalty die.
Yeah. And I'll spend another one to make you all take another fear test against.
What a complete get!
you, Shadow.
Oh my god. I only narrowly passed that last time.
What hope can men have against such reckless hate?
Right.
It was
Valor
a fear
rolls.
test again. Valor, yeah.
And do we have the
I'll
penalty
give you
dice
some
on this?
encouragement because of the Lantern of Lorien. It will lose a point of hate at the end of the round.
Oh.
The Valor isn't disadvantaged, is
Valor.
it?
You don't put,
No.
you don't put penalty dice on it, no. Okay.
And that's just a straight Valor roll.
Yeah. I'm not going to do very well on this. Oh dear, Sigrun!
Oh,
Oh dear!
Sauron.
I am
Oh,
200% using one of my rerolls on that.
I'm going to use a reroll as well.
Oh, me too. I rolled a 6. We all
What
failed.
are we rolling for?
Did I fail? I didn't
Valor.
see
Valor.
Sigrun. Oh wow.
Yeah, everyone failed.
My God.
I will be using one of my rerolls as
I'm
well.
going to use my last reroll.
Do we get any penalty dice?
No, we've got another one.
No penalty dice on it.
You just got another one though, Pete.
Yeah, I know that's the one. That, I used all my other ones,
Oh
didn't
my
I?
God.
Crikey.
My
Oh,
rolls
yeah,
have been
you
I'm
did.
shocking.
going to use my reroll.
Right, so this is my first reroll.
I did not pass that fear roll.
Yay!
Oh my god. So I'm going to take 2 shadow.
So everyone who fails takes 2 shadow, and
Christ, I
additionally,
fail again.
and this is the kicker.
If my
You
shadow goes
additionally-
over my hope, that's bad, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
That
I'll bear that in mind.
that means you're miserable.
Yeah.
Can you get rid of Shadow?
Bloody miserable already.
Yeah, you can, but not right now.
Not in a fight.
Just curious.
Additionally, because this fear-striking creature has enveloped you in its shadowy, evil, depthless eyes, you cannot spend everyone who failed cannot spend hope for the rest of the fight.
I wasn't going to. I've only got 7
Yeah,
hope and I'm on 4 shadow. If I get much more, I'm going to be miserable.
God. Yeah, I'm on 4 shadow as well. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
panic.
god.
With my extraordinary success, can I?
You take no.
Is that it?
You
I can't,
can.
like support anyone else with
Yes,
that.
you can actually. You can turn one person's failure into a success. Wait, let me just
I've
make
speeded.
sure. Cancel a failure. So as a special success skill, you can spend 1 success icon to cancel a failure. If a skill roll involved multiple players, you can help another player hero who failed. The fail roll is considered to have succeeded.
I'm
So
gonna
you
pull
can help-
Vidar out of his funk, I think.
Yeah. So Vidar, you'll still lose 1. Well,
Okay.
you'll gain 1 shadow
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
but
Don't worry
and
about the
Tosk,
others,
you
Mike.
gain 1 shadow point as well for having succeeded, but you can still spend hope to increase your fightiness.
So I can spend hope again now, but I don't really want
Yeah,
to because
you can spend hope as much. And you can always run away if you want, but before you do that, I'm going to hit you, all, or at least all 3 of you. That
one of us has to
next
fall
him.
down with the creature, and then all the others can run away.
Yeah. So who's gonna shout "Fly, you fools"? Or
I think it's going to be me.
Yeah.
Does it then lash out and take my head off?
well, I'll start with Thildir first.
Oh,
Who it misses.
difficulty 22. That's hard.
Yeah, difficulty 22 shouldn't be
That's what it says
I've
there.
got some stacked stuff for defence.
Oh, I can't believe Pete's just grassed up Dan.
Oh, is that his parry?
Yeah, I
rating?
know, right?
Oh yeah, it might be his parry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, my
it's got
parry.
a really high.
Yeah.
There
Parry.
you go. I was marvelling at the
It's a
elves'
very high
parrying
parry.
skills.
Thanks
I'll have
for
you
that.
know, Hoss. Stitch me
a-
up.
Typical dwarf.
Bloody man.
A lashing tentacle
dear.
slashes out at Isildir and kind of just whips against your blade as you cast it aside and move out of the way. But a set of vicious mandibles come in to chomp down on the dwarf standing where the doom of Rombatar used to be standing, as it turns almost on a needle and tries to chomp you.
Oh. Not very. I don't really parry.
16 damage and a protection roll as these mandibles crunch into.
Protection roll. Oh, I'm overloaded.
And weary, funnily enough.
And weary.
Ouch.
How do I roll protection?
Just click it on the
Just
chat
click
thread.
on the
Armor.
protection and
No,
it
it's right
should
there
roll
where it
your
says
armor.
piercing blow. Vidar next to
Yeah,
makes
if
protection
you
roll
look-
test. You can do it on the screen.
Yeah, sorry. I've got many screens.
Many screens.
When doing the...
Vidar, many screens. Still only one warg.
One
but
warg,
many screens.
many screens. Vidal's armor holds.
Tharkoon!
The skill that lies in dwarven hands has not been defeated this day. And finally, the last thrashing tentacle claw slaps out, reaching for Hoss. But misses. There you go. And then it's does anyone want to change stance?
No.
Not on your Nelly.
Not this day.
The day may come when a barding chooses to change stance, but it is not this day.
I mean, if we're relying on me to go in with the frying pan, something's gone very wrong.
It's true.
Who amongst the
That'd be amazing.
mighty forward stances is going first?
I think the dwarf should go first.
He is closest to it.
Mm.
Oh, he's got a nasty bite. Watch out. Yep.
It's got
foul
you
beast!
gripped in between its mandibles, and you can just kind of
Oh,
crunch
am I kind
down
of
on
there?
top
Like,
of
I'll just
Yeah.
hack it on the head. Wicked.
as you're Frodoing about. As it
Frodoing
lifts you into the air, and you're sort of
I'm going to spend a point of hope.
Are you? Ooh,
Yes, I am.
you feeling
Because
miserable yet?
I've got penalty die, right?
Yes.
2 penalty die.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so I'm on minus
You also
1.
have a bonus dice from being in forward stance.
Yes, I was already in there, so I'm on minus
Yeah.
1. So I counted down 2 on that little track.
Do you have any
Proud.
traits that?
It's impacting my pride right now that I'm in its mouth and it's swinging me around.
Well, both the elf and the man hit it where you could not. So yeah, go on then. We'll give you
I
inspiration.
don't want to be embarrassed now. Come on. I say to my axe. As I,
What does hope come off of? Oh, it's there.
Hope.
yeah, hope.
Yeah.
Hope. It's right
out
there.
of your pool of hope.
Yeah. And what does it go against?
Oh,
Basically, hope versus shadow.
gotta re-roll that. I got 2 more re-rolls after my crying about
on,
not
then.
having any re-rolls.
Everyone's far too generous.
I know.
Hey, Gandalf.
That'll do. Got a Tharkoon.
Yep, that hits. Because it's a Gandalf, you automatically hit. How much damage does your
So I'm just
Giant
manually
axe
correcting my hope.
very
I'm not
painful
sure I've
hitting.
actually used 7 hope. Anyway. 6 damage.
Okay.
And a protection roll.
Oh yeah.
Aye.
Oh, what's happening here? Yeah. Ooh. Your axe crashes down into it, slicing one of the mandibles free, and you fall to the ground.
That's
As
much
it-
more like it.
Hisses and shrieks at you, curling around rocks and sort of pulling more of its body around the surface,
I'll do a battle
kind of-
roar at it.
kind of circling around Isildir, Vidar, and Toss as you're encased in this dark, shadowy gloom of our iron-hard armor and 1,000 legs.
Ugh. I'm just thinking of that bit in King Kong where they fall down that ravine.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll get a good smacking. Let's be having you, lad. Have some brief fire.
You see Vidar slice into it and fall free from its grasp, and it starts slithering around you all as well.
Now, did you say you can spend hope?
Shrieking
What does
its
that do?
fury. You can spend hope, and that gives you an extra d6, unless you have a trait. What's it called? A trait. Unless you have a distinctive feature that is applicable, then you get inspiration, and then you have 2 extra dice for 1 point of hope.
Okay. And I get 2 penalty dice, don't I?
Yes.
But-
So you've got 2 penalty dice, you've got 1 bonus die, but that should be automatically added because you're in forward stance.
So just
So you
move
should be
from
down
that
to
bonus
minus
die,
1.
click 2 notches down to 1 penalty die because you were 1 up, you're now 1 down.
And left is down, right is up.
Yeah.
Left is down, right is up. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Drax swings at it and kind of just
Could do a
scrapes
reroll.
along
Use your reroll.
Yeah.
the
I'll
metal
reroll.
hide of the beast, and it kind of lets out this
I think he's going to reroll.
deafening metal shrieking sound as you metal on metal. Iron on iron. Well,
Hey.
a Gandalf will do it. Your backswing comes back around. Kind of, you swing into it. It scrapes along the metal, shrieking out, and then you roll it around your head again and come back down for another blow.
Have that, you bastard.
That well-known war cry of Bree.
I feel like that sounds like the most
Epic.
obvious war cry of
Have-
Bree.
Have that, you bastard. I'll break your legs.
And it cuts into it, cracking the bit that you'd hit previously further, but not quite piercing the whatever skin or anything else lays beneath. Isildir, all the hope now rests in the long declining elven kind.
Good day. Say a brief prayer to my
I
trusty
will say
blade.
it's looking like it's not gonna be wanting to fight you much longer if you keep smacking it.
I'd like to spend a hope point as well. Am I -2 or -1?
You're on -2 +1, so -1, yeah.
0.
And let's have a look at Elendil.
So I should be on. If I spend a point of hope, I should be on 0. Bonus
Yes.
dice.
Yeah.
Roll.
Oof.
Are you keeping that roll?
No, I'm going to re-roll it.
Just because there was a Sauron in there.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, sorry, mate.
The eye is watching.
Aye.
Try that again.
A lot of 2s there.
Yeah.
Mm.
But no eye of
But no Sauron.
Your own blade cuts into it and hurts it further, but has yet.
Can I roll that again?
Have you got another reroll?
Yeah. I've only used 1 so far. Well, 2 now.
I mean, I'm fine with you all using up all your rerolls.
Yeah, I want to give it
I
one more go.
can't keep giving you rerolls.
Plus,
No.
once
Now
its
there-
mum
now-
comes out of the water
Now
afterwards.
there's a challenge to our viewers. Apparently, you can't keep giving us rerolls. Oh, it's a great success.
Oh, that's better.
Elendil, are you miserable?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because
Hope
your
has gone
hope
below
is,
shadow.
is below
equal
or
to.
equal to your
Oh,
shadow.
did you spend
Oh.
hope on every single roll?
I might
Yeah,
have done.
correct it so you've only spent 1 point of hope. I've done the same thing. That's why
Yeah.
my hope was
Okay.
actually lower.
Yeah,
Okay. And I'll add a piercing blow.
because otherwise, basically, what happens
Okay.
if you're miserable? Any Eye of Sauron means that you failed the roll, in the same way that a Gandalf means you succeed, which is not good.
I should be on 7.
Okay, so
No, not
yeah,
47. There you go.
you did a fair amount of damage cutting into it, but not yet
That's-
felling.
Yeah,
The
it's
Doom of
better though. It's
Rambadar.
better.
Right, I've got a
I'm-
stupid plan, and I'm going to put it into effect.
Not
Uh-oh.
non-anomaly, just so everyone is certain about this. I'm pretty sure Iluvata also is watching when Vidar does his rubbings.
They just can't not look.
Vidar, toss the lamp! And I'm going to shoot the lamp into the creature's face.
Okay. I throw the
Personally,
lamp
I
at
like it.
Sigrun. No,
That's
I
gonna
don't throw the
count
lamp at
as
Sigrun. I'm just going to throw...
Vidar's, yeah, that'll count as Vidar's next action, but
Have
sure.
you any idea how much that cost?
Is that a good idea? This is a magic
All right,
lamp.
I'm sure Elrond won't mind that we just smashed a magic item.
Elrond did
Look,
give you a light
we
for the darkest places.
Destroy a creature of Morgoth from ancient days with it. I think you get a pass on that.
I think you're about to kill it if you just shoot it.
That's possible, but I don't know that in
my
character.
action's done that.
It's
My
It
action-
bleeding
might
everywhere.
also eat Vidar.
It might also eat Vidar.
Let it try, I'll give it the shits.
Let me blow up the lamp and look cool.
Sure.
All right, here we go. There's that. And I am going to be inspired on this because of pride, because this is my first dragon. I have a family tradition to uphold.
A family of lamp throwers.
It might not be Smaug or Smaug, but he's already dead, so I've got to make do somewhere else.
By destroying Elrond's favourite lamp.
You
Yes.
all-throwing bastard.
So be it.
Sigrun lamp killer.
I'll take
Elrond's
it.
sitting there. I was very
Fond of that
kind
lamp.
of regretting giving them that lamp. I hope they don't lose it.
You lamp smashing bastard.
That lamp will guide us through the lands of Mordor to the... oh, psh.
bursts open, and a flame of lost days and the stars above showers over everything. Actually, I can do that.
Ah,
Wait
he's
for it.
burnt me the fuck up.
I should be able to do that, but currently can't. Oh well.
I mean, I kind
Anyway.
of feel like I should also be leaping sideways while doing that, but I'm not gonna. Because it's Lord of the Rings, not anything. Oh, that was bright.
There you go. And I'm gonna roll for protection for it. It will lose a whole bunch of hate points anyway.
Oh,
for
if
being
you don't
showered
kill it
in
with
flamey
it, that's gonna
light.
be a right bastard.
That will tick me off a little.
And he used up my bloody action.
I can still re-roll that and try and get a better success.
You're not going to get much of a better success.
I'm not, am I?
No. More.
You lamp throwing bastard.
It is not slain, but it scurries off into the darkness.
Oh, can I
Let the
shoot it
Hobbit
before
finish
it
away.
goes?
Let the Hobbit
Yeah,
finish it.
sure.
Oh,
It's not like
if
it's
only I
hard
could
to hit
spend-
now. It's lit up.
if
Does
only
that
I
mean
could
that they're
spend
not
hope.
at a disadvantage anymore because I've just showered the place in the light of hope?
Go on then. If you know what, Robin Burrows, roll with advantage. You can't say I never
Ooh.
give you people anything.
Should just say
you
no.
see it sort of
Am I allowed to
whip
spend
back
hope now?
like basically like a chain that's been cut. It whips back towards the water around Ithildir, around Hoss, around Vidar, and it's slowly slinking back into the depths.
Am I allowed to spend hope?
One whistling
Head rears
spud shoots through the air.
You can spend hope. Go for it.
I've not spent any yet, so may as well.
Do it.
Great success. Oh,
There you
bollocks,
go.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so if I got a great success on my bow, it'd be damage 3, but I can spend the other one to make it do something.
You can spend the other one for heavy blow. Wait, let's look at your feet dice first. You might be able to get protection on that. No. Okay. But you can spend it for heavy blow, which adds your strength to your damage.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do an extra 4 damage.
To be fair, that was almost enough to slay it, but just not.
Oh,
Get in the
Oh.
water, Vidar. Get in the water.
I'm going to. Okay. Well, I don't have an action this turn, unfortunately. Can I jump on it?
Yeah, it slinks. Go on then.
No, well, don't worry. I'm not gonna. I'm
Go on.
I threw the thing.
I think we should.
I will say
Yeah,
no,
do
no,
it,
that's
do it,
fine.
do it.
There's rules for this.
Do it.
You can.
I jump onto the bit of the bridge and then
Yeah.
launch myself
I
off.
will say though that this is a foolish risk.
Good.
So you can do it, and if you succeed, things will go well. But if it goes wrong,
I'll die.
then
Bad
disaster will
things.
strike.
Okay,
Yeah.
You will get an epic funeral song, though.
that's cool. So someone else will sing in the finale. How do I do this? Do I need to
Two
make some sort of
rolls,
roll?
I think. Yeah. Vidar, you can roll athletics, I believe, would be the most obvious one to jump onto it.
Yeah, it's not like my best skill.
Yeah, you've got a TN of 15 though, so you know.
I do. Here we go. I think I'm gonna have to spend a point of hope. Yep. Let's spend a point of hope. Here we go.
fatigue overcomes you, before you spend a point of hope and become weary, just to let you know what weary does.
No, I'm not. Because I didn't have as much
okay.
shadow, and I had re-rolled
Right,
using my
okay.
hope, so I wasn't as bad as I
Because
thought. I was.
otherwise, if you're weary, 1, 2s, and 3s on your d6s count as nothing.
Ooh. Oh, no, I am weary.
Yeah. So that's...
Let's just go for it anyway. Here we go. Oh.
Do it.
You got a reroll
I've
left?
got one reroll.
Go for it.
So I'm going to re-roll that. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself a bonus die rather than put a hope die on, because then it won't affect my numbers.
Yep.
Oh!
You jump straight on top of it. Basically, you're right where those big, watery, remorseless eyes are. They kind
Awesome.
of squelch around to glare at you as it's drawing back into the water and you're going down with it. You have a moment to strike.
Dwarves are fantastic swimmers, don't you know? And I will axe it square in the face.
It still remains foolishly risky, by the way.
Sure. This is not going to go well. I'm out of rerolls.
And now you've just been given another one.
Oh.
Ah, boom.
Oh.
Stop helping.
This kind of roll is like, if this doesn't work, I'm going to I suppose if I fail, I'm probably just going to drown.
If this doesn't work, they magically meet a new dwarf on the road back.
Sure. But it's a hell of a way to go, hey? Here we go. And I'm a scholar. What the fuck am I doing?
Clearly, the blood of old has welled up within you.
Huzzah!
That'll do it. Your axe cleaves into one of its eyes and it just drops down into the water. And for a moment, you're pulled down with it and you're floating there, sort of half sinking, as you watch it sink further and further into the depths, but you're kind of being dragged down with it.
Dan, do it, rescue him. It's got to be the
shot
elf
where
that
I'm under the
rescues him.
water, where my hand is going up like that.
I'm going to jump in.
Yeah, let me make a grab
try
for
and
him.
help.
It's a hobbit gonna do it.
A hobbit's going to try.
I made a promise,
If you
Mr.
want a fill there,
Tomefinder.
you can spend a point of hope to help Robin drag Vidar out of the water, or vice versa, depending on who's going to roll.
I would happily help someone else, but Robin would have dropped his stuff to jump in to try and help.
Yeah, let the hobbit.
Okay. Sorry, Vidar, I think you're going to die.
Watch the beard.
So what am I rolling? Apparently I'm rolling on my own.
Feels like
Everyone's just
athletics
like, the
as
hobbit's
well.
got this.
Yeah.
Why is the hobbit doing
Yeah, in
this?
fairness, we're
Can't
furthest away from
can't
it.
the elf captain reach in and grab me?
I'm gonna. Can I not jump in and grab him as well?
Yeah, sure.
I thought
so
the
assist
hobbit
him.
wanted to do it.
Well, no, the
One of
hobbit
you
is doing
can
it, but
roll athletics, and the other one can spend a point of hope to add a bonus die to the roll.
I'm guessing Jim's got quite a lot better athletics than I do, so I'll spend a point out.
So I'll use a point of hope. Yeah.
No, I've used
you
a point
get
of hope
a
to give
point
you
of
extra
hope.
dice.
Yeah, so
When you roll, you get a
basically an
support
extra
of a-
D6. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. And as you're watching the creature go down and its last kind of tenderly claw flips up towards you, two hands reach down into the depths of the water and rip you up as the claw kind of just misses your face. And you're pulled from the water.
Come here, fool.
Well, you
So
see, that was
I'll
pretty
shout
crazy.
it. I'm going to shout some dwarven words at the water that are kind of harsh, rude. Oh, you're gone to the depths now, foul beast.
Well, did you get it?
You're a crazy bugger.
Of course I got it. And I pull the axe up, and it's got the eyeball on the end of the axe.
After old Oss weakened it.
Aye. It was a fair effort from the whole of our fellowship.
I think
Yeah,
we can
pretty
safely say that's the
impressive
first
effort.
time we've really pulled together properly as a fellowship, hasn't it?
Agreed.
For that, you each regain a point of hope.
Has anybody
As
got a
coming
has
together
anybody
as a
got a
team
torch?
has-
I can't see now.
It's very dark in here, but there's a weight of darkness that kind of disappears enough that the light peering in from the cracks, where before it felt like it was pitch black without the lantern, now you sort of have that kind of effect where you're in a dark room, but through some cracks you can see some light. And ahead of you there's a bridge. There's some wreckage along the bridge from the floor above that has been pulled down when you fell or were dropped down with the floor, and you can see the three figures of the dead rangers lying on there. And furthermore, back from that, there's kind of a tallish building that is sat within the depths.
Oh, this looks fascinating. Seems we have little choice but to go forward.
If he went in the water, does that mean all his wrapping paper's now wet?
It's wax coated and treated and kept inside a leather-bound case with a seal.
First, let's sit down for a moment, have a drink, light a fire, let Master Tom find a dry off, and then we'll begin to make our way again. I've also got
Perfectly
to pick
fine,
up.
thank you. I'll sit
I've got to
down.
pick up those
I'll sit. I'm going to
bits
sit
of
down
lantern anyway.
and get a pipe out and start smoking my pipe. I'll say I'm absolutely fine, but then I just like.
Don't think we're going to find much fire. We're down here.
Well, then we'll just have to warm the old-fashioned way, and I'll pull a bottle of booze out.
Sorry, you're speaking my language.
I have in my equipment a bottle of liqueur. Well, it's not liqueur, is it? It's booze, and that can be used to enhance an enhearten roll, I believe.
Oh.
Yep, if you want to, you can have like a kind of brief break here. A wary one, as you're still in the depths of darkness and don't know what's going on, so you're not quite at ease.
Does the equipment
you
add
would
1 or
be.
2 dice?
Equipment adds the ability to do stuff that you might not otherwise be able to do, and otherwise I think it's 1 dice.
Because I can do enhearten anyway, but what does it say? It says a liquor to infuse strength enhearten.
I think that if you're talking about like your special equipment, I think it adds a dice.
Okay.
Yep, a dice to an enhancement roll, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
As well.
I thought you were going to give me a hug when you said you were going to get warm the old-fashioned way.
No.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh. Thank you very much.
What
You
does
don't have our
enhearten
permission to
actually do?
die yet. You've got a song that you owe us.
'Tis true, though it may be a battle song now.
Ooh.
I guess
What
the
does
blood of
enhearten-
your ancestors runs strong in you.
Well,
Those
apparently
were not
so.
the actions of a scholar.
Definitely not. Not anyone who has any ounce of sense in his body.
So what does enhearten actually do?
It makes you feel better about yourself, I think. Does it have a mechanical effect as well? I don't know.
Not really in this case, but I know there's rules for when you have
It's kind of a
little
thing
bit
you
of a
do to
rest.
NPCs rather than to PCs,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it? It was more of a thematic thing that I was doing.
While I'm
it
drying
for.
off, she's cheering
Yeah.
me up with some booze. Sounds good.
That will help.
He's a
in
dwarf.
any
It's
event.
going to work.
Yeah.
The TN should be substantially dropped.
Right, I'm gonna light a torch and stand over the fire to try and dry myself a bit.
I'll say anyone who needs it, which is probably just Vidar, unfortunately.
He's quite happy
Nothing
being
worse.
the
Yeah.
as a dwarf, being the only one who got hurt. He's quite. It's like a badge
Yes,
of honor.
but there is nothing worse than a soggy dwarf.
With the whole enheartening and fire and drink, roll a d12. Go on,
Oh.
roll a feat dice. You regain 7 endurance
Oh,
right off the bat. Obviously, once you have a proper rest, you'll be feeling a lot better.
aye.
No
longer weary. You have rejuvenated my bones and brought hope back to my heart. Oh, hang on. Can I have a little extra nip? That's tasty stuff. Where's that from?
You might
there you go.
recognize
I
it. It's,
found it. It was less, but I'll let you have it anyway. If you have a short rest, you can recover a number of endurance points equal to your strength. Unless
Oh,
you're
okay, well.
wounded, then you don't recover any.
My strength's 5, so I'll notch it down by 2. That's cool.
It's from my uncle's stores at Dale. I suspect it may be something you recognize.
Now,
Aye. Oh, now you mention it.
with this short rest, what you can also do is spend fellowship points to rejuvenate your hope.
Oh, how does that work? Is it 1 each?
1 point for 1 hope, but per person. So basically, you have 9 fellowship points. They come back each session.
Can I have some, please?
But yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
down
ditto.
6 hope.
I'm only down 1.
Aye.
I'm down 8.
Wow.
8? How did you manage that?
How many hope do you have in total?
14.
14. Oh, yeah, I got 13
Oh, right.
in total.
Oh god, I have barely any. I only have.
You're
8.
an elf.
you're an
don't need
elf.
it.
Yeah, you're just.
I have no
you're
hope.
already
I have
well into the long decline. You're just sort of like, we should leave. We
You're
should
just
leave and
I'm
never
kind of
come
already
back.
there. Yeah.
Does anyone mind if I have 3 fellowship points?
So does 1 fellowship point restore 1 hope to everyone?
Yeah. No, to
No,
1 person.
Per
Oh.
person, yeah. So you
Oh, I
have
see.
to spend it. Yeah.
What else can we use fellowship points for?
You can also use it to invoke the skills of your patrons, if that's possible
okay.
in certain situations.
Sure.
Well, actually, yeah, probably should have. We should have all thought of that.
What does
One
Gandalf
of your
do?
patrons is Gandalf, and that helps you resist shadow.
Ah.
Good to know next time we fight one of the great beasts of Mordor.
I didn't forget that at all.
With
Well,
that, again, is that
we're-
per person or?
Gandalf, you can spend fellowship points to make shadow tests favored. There you go. So remember that for next time.
Okay.
Per
we'll remember
person
that.
or for everyone?
It'll
Per
be a
person.
per person.
Yeah, it's per person.
No, that's
That's
the
for
whole
everyone.
group.
1 point
I
for
think.
Oh, because
Oh,
it's
wait.
Gandalf's power rather
Yeah.
than ours that's doing it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It might
Okay.
be per person. Nah.
Anyone mind
in
if I
any
take
event.
3 of those? No.
Go for it.
Yeah. Can I do 2?
Well, you can do more than that. It's gonna refresh next session.
It's probably
That's
worth
true.
saving some for now, surely.
Well, if I have 3
I don't
then
mean
as
like
well,
all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
then
we got 3
yeah,
left.
I wasn't going to use all of them. No, that was the wrong number to press. I meant that.
So yeah. So your fellowship points are at 9. They go down to by how
3.
much? You
Down to
take.
3.
And the eye awareness is currently at 7.
Is it 7?
7 on the map. Yeah.
I thought it was 6. Okay, 7.
Apparently, I forgot one because
Oh.
we were already at 4.
Is there a way we can get that down?
Yeah. Basically, what happens is when it gets high enough, a hunt begins.
I'll
Once
get
that's
it right
resolved,
down.
it goes down again.
Score.
What's high enough? 8?
It depends on where you are in the world.
Oh, okay.
The darker the lands you tread, the lower the threshold.
Oh, I like it. Oh, we're kind of in darkness here right now, right?
Yeah. But don't worry, 7's not quite there.
Set the eye to 0, would you?
So anyway, yeah, you set up here and have a little rest amongst yourselves, recover. Vidar's panting for a little bit, freezing cold until the fire warms him through, and
I spend a bit of time picking up
well.
as many bits of the lantern as I can find. Because I'm going to at least apologise to Elrond about that.
The light itself is long gone from it, but you can pick up bits and pieces of the metalwork and stuff.
Lord of
It
the Rings
looks
is a
like it
place
literally
in
shattered
which
the moment
you can
was
get
hit.
broken bits of things and like
Put them back together.
kindle fires from ashes and all that stuff.
So yeah, and then ahead of you, you still have these 3 corpses strewn amongst the fallen debris, and this strange building.
Can we go investigate the corpses? Let's see
Yeah,
if they're carrying
sure.
anything that could be, used to ID them or anything significant.
The corpses themselves are the 3 rangers,
No, but-
obviously, and
I know, but I meant someone, way we could-
anyone who might know some rangers or may have seen them in their travels could potentially recognize them, if you want.
Possible,
So,
I
for
suppose.
instance, Isildir, you've probably seen many rangers pass through Rivendell or on your own travels to fight the Shadow.
They're the same to him, though.
Robin, they occasionally stop by Bree. You're also occasionally
What's
in
the
Bree
role?
selling potatoes. We'll go with
Do I?
Well, Hoss is from Bree, so he may have seen them.
So what do we need to roll to see if we know them?
I'll say either insight or lore. Well, it's not really a lore, or riddle.
No,
Never
law's
had a
fine.
riddle roller. Lore or riddle? Go on then. I'll just. I'm too
Lore I can
kind,
do.
aren't I?
Yes.
Just saving it up to murder you all in the last episode.
Yeah.
You all fall saving.
Halfway through the
Aragorn.
song.
Nice. You know what? I think Robin's done it.
Boom.
Yeah.
None of them are Dace, are they? That's the only ranger I know.
Oh, God. No.
Oh no. It's Dace, the son of Dace, and Dace's dad. No.
Ace is too tough to
Yeah.
just be taken out like that.
No. Robin. You have a great success. You kind of recognize them. They're definitely 3 rangers that you've heard stories about in Bree. You've seen them sat in corners talking amongst themselves and maybe occasionally asked the question of who are those scruffy looking lot, to which hushed voices have told you that all 3 of them are supposedly rangers who led an ambush against a great scouting company of goblins and wargs near the sheltered fields not 10 years past.
So they've been here a while.
Yeah. Whereas Isildir, you recognize them as you're most likely to have come into direct contact with them.
Hey, they could have bought taters.
Not really the potato eating sort, are they? You know them as Kirian, son of Karathrian, and Hirian, son of Hillis, the bowman, and Othar the Young. And
I will-
long have each of them laboured against the darkness that comes from Mount Graham.
Mount Graham.
Yeah.
I will give the names to the rest of our company.
Put together with what Robin knows from them, and what you know from them. Kirian was a master of tracks and paths forgotten, and it was him who led the ambush. Hirian, son of Hillis, was the bowman whose arrow struck down the great orc Bolgog, shooting him in the eye and felling him outright. And Othar the Young hadn't really done much yet, but was hoping to make a name for himself against the shadow in the wars to come.
Do they have anything
All
on them?
three of them were quite well respected rangers, Dunedain, and all three of them, if there were an heir of Elendil, were well respected enough and high enough in amongst the ranks of the Dunedain that they might well have known who that person was.
Oh dear.
Have they been tortured? One question. Do we know the funeral rites of the Dunedain so we can put their souls to rest? And do they have any identifying marks that we could take to their families should we find them?
You can pick up a token from each of them. For instance, a dagger or a vambrace or something similar with some form of heraldry on it for each of them that you could return to the Dunedain. Or a codpiece, yeah. We're the most serious The One Ring program.
I put it in the chat. I didn't say it out loud, Lewis.
But you were thinking it.
You were thinking it. and
obviously I
didn't
wasn't
even look at
put
the
it in the
chat.
chat.
I just saw it in your eyes. No. Anyway, some kind of token in that manner that you could take back to the Dunedain. You can either bury them under a cairn of stones, or you could burn them, or you could send them down the river Boromir style, but there's not really a big
There isn't really a river here, so
I
it's
think a funeral pyre.
Um,
Don't leave their bodies here.
We don't have the wood.
I think we might want to bury him. We don't have the kind of wood to burn him.
And
We
to
need quite a
answer
bit.
your first question, they had clearly been tortured. If you want to investigate that more, you're probably going to have to take a shadow test, because looking upon such things is
Would that also be true?
disheartening.
Were someone with shadow law?
Ooh.
A warden, perhaps?
Oh. I'll give you advantage on it. Go on.
All right. So what am I rolling?
You're rolling on Valor.
Valor.
You're right there, aren't you?
It's only a 1 shadow.
Okay, and what does advantage mean?
Inspired.
Basically,
bonus die.
only
A bonus
a
die.
bonus feat dice.
Oh.
You pick the highest of the 2 feat dice, which I think you can't do for thingy, but I'll let you anyway. Yeah. So yeah,
So I have succeeded on that.
it's kind of discomforting to see how such, well, after being told of the deeds of such heroic people, how they came to their end, but it's clear to you that the shadow put all their artifice into extracting information from them.
These men have been tortured by servants of the shadow, and this is no mere questioning. I fear these men will have given up any information they would have held. They would have held on for a long time, but there are few in this world who could suffer this kind of torment.
There's even a wisp of sorcery to it, so they may not have given up what they knew willingly.
I'll add that as well. I fear the taint of dark magic is about this artifice as well. We should lay them to rest under a cairn of stones here and move on with all haste. If their information has been taken from them, we must get to our assignation and warn the Dunedain as fast as we can, but we must not leave them behind. They have fallen, but they fell as heroes.
Indeed.
And beyond that, what you have is a kind of tallish building. Still doesn't anywhere near reach up high enough to escape this area. But yeah, it's just sort of sat there.
I would say,
So
Master
you're gonna-
Tonefinder, that it's
Yeah.
up to you to get us out of here.
I gotta go check out this this building.
Within the entranceway of it, you find the skeleton of a person. Looks like a man holding a book.
Ooh, I found a tome.
It's what you do.
I will go and investigate said tome.
It appears to be the tome of Imdulias, who describes himself as the scribe and advisor of Arneb, of Arthurdane.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I have a little flick through?
Yeah, sure.
Has he got a
What you-
bookmark in it? Has he got his hand on a page?
Well, it's sort of it's open on the last pages.
Okay. I'll have a little
Are you
look.
just going to read that, or are you looking for something specific?
Well, the building. Is there a door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's kind of like it's kind of sat in the doorway, just
Okay.
inside it.
Right. I'll have a look in the book to see what he was reading. We're trying to figure out how to open this door, or is there a way to open this door?
It was a book that he was writing.
Oh, writing.
As
Okay.
scribe and advisor.
Oh, okay.
And what it describes, the last few pages describe the final battle of Arthurdane.
Oh.
And of the noble he served, Arneb, who was named Rombatar by the elves, which means high horn, who was once a hero of Arthurdane and served with Arvedui, but fell in Fornost defending it against the horrors of the Witch King. Though they reaped a great tally amongst the foe, their efforts finally proved in vain, and Arneb drew part of the city down upon himself and the terrible nameless creature, which is now named the Doom of Rombatar, so that his remaining soldiers could retreat safely from the lost city. Here in the depths, Arneb sought to strike down the beast, yet his doom had already been decided, it seems. The creature still lurks here, and it is not safe, are the final words, or written down on there.
And is there a pen? I'll take out pen and ink,
Yeah.
and I'll add to the end of that. Rombatar has been avenged. The creature is no more. And then I'll take the book.
So when you look around this building, you realize it's not actually a building that's been built here. It's literally part of the city above that has been smacked down into the middle of here.
Is it tall enough that we might be able to find a way up and out?
It's kind of like a tower, yeah.
Okay.
So,
is it the sort of place that might be chock full of really lovely treasure?
I'll look for.
It may well be.
I'll look for
that
a
might
way
well
in,
be
then.
something that happens when you slay a nameless thing.
Well, it sounds like we need to have a good looky around.
I'll open the door into the structure.
Yeah, it looks like it's a crumbled ruin for the most part, and within it, laying reverently upon like a mound of rubbled stone that has been built up by Imdulias before he himself perished, is Arneb in his armor, holding his sword in front of him, and around him is what trinkets Imdulias could find from the building itself.
Here lies Arneb.
A lot of it glitters and shines.
Ooh.
He brought down this part of the city to keep that creature away from his men as they retreated in the final battle, the fall of Fornost.
Brave man to take that thing on alone.
It does take a brave man to take that thing on alone.
Well, let's hope we did some good, eh?
Vidar, whilst you're telling them all this story, can you roll in Hearten?
Oh. I don't have it, but yeah.
Yeah, you just roll it anyway. We'll see.
No.
Alas. Yeah, it is a kind of inspiring story, but the cold and damp is still around you.
I had to roll a 16 on a d12.
Yeah, that'd be difficult. So, if you want to investigate the treasure laying around him, which is potentially...
I'll move out of the way of the
hobbit. You can roll 2 success dice, so 2 d6s. Whoever finds the treasure or wants to roll for it, who's investigating it.
Oh, Roger, use your reroll.
I use my reroll.
For treasure, I'm going to go with
it's
no.
Skill rolls.
Oh.
You get 2 treasure points each, basically. In this case, then, out of a potential 12, and also you can each roll a there's 5 of you. 1 of you can't. You need to roll 4 feet dice.
I've got this book.
So how do we do that? Just roll
And
a
you're
D12.
looking for Gandalf's or Sauron's. Yep.
Do we all roll them?
Just roll 12.
Lewis?
Yeah. Yeah, you can all roll 1 as Vidar is happy with the book.
I'm reading it.
Vidar,
now.
yeah, you've inherited the tome of the life of Arneb, as written by his squire, closest confidant and advisor, Imdulias.
Everyone rolling a 2.
Apparently.
Well, only 2 of us have rolled so far.
Dan, it's all on you.
Oh.
Field ear. What do your elven eyes see?
My roll table isn't coming up.
Just do /roll
Just
1d12.
type, yeah.
Oh yeah, because that always works for me.
1d12. /R space 1d12 or d12.
/R
Space.
1d. Nope.
Wrong
they're
slash.
wrong.
R.
Wrong slash.
Wrong slash.
Wrong slash and an R. That's
Boy.
Fildir speaking in Sindarin, and everyone's looking confused. Like, what was it? What's all this talk of D12s?
That way.
Yes, perfect.
No. Another two.
Alas, there are no magical objects of any kind to be found amongst it. It's mostly just things that Imdulias managed to find in this single ruined building that fell down with them into the depths. So it's things like goblets and the occasional jeweled necklace and things like that. But atop the tower, a single ray of light kind of shines down in upon you. It's landed straight upon the final resting place of Arneb. And as you look up, you can sort of see daylight above.
Are there stairs?
There are stairs up to the top of the tower, yes.
And then from the top of the tower, I'm guessing I probably need to shoot a rope up.
You could, or you can try and climb the side of the cavern itself.
I've got a rope and hook. Between us, we should be able to climb up there, shouldn't we? Let's get up there and have a look. I'll head up the stairs.
Oh, I haven't actually got
We'll
any
follow.
rope. Yep.
Yep.
Up the stairs.
You
and at the top.
reach, after a bit of climbing and effort, you reach the top of this broken tower, and you're standing on a sort of crumbled roof. Yep, that's the word. And looking up above you, to the side of you, a jump away is the cavern wall, and above you is the open crack that might lead you back to the surface of Fornost.
When you say above,
Yep.
How far
how
above?
far above? Like, oh, I've grabbed onto the edge.
It's definitely shoot an arrow and a hook above if you want to go
I'll
that way.
pull my rope and hook out and hand it to Sigrun.
Right. What am I rolling to shoot or?
Yeah, I think
mean, it'll
this will
be
a
a lot
bow
better than-
kind of skill.
So I'm guessing there's no way we can just kind of like give someone a boost up there, or
If you all stand on each other's shoulders, then because you've got a dwarf and a hobbit with you, you'll still be too short.
So it's like 30, 40 feet up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or
Even with my mingy bow, that was just using the bow skill. Does the bow itself add anything for being so mingy?
No, you're shooting it up.
All right,
I'm
let me have
not-
another go. I'm
It
not used to
pings
shooting with a
down,
hook on, you see.
and what you hear is a voice cry in black speech. Hey, what's going on there?
Oh, please come and
As
look.
they've heard it. And
Please
sort
come
of
and look over the edge.
the moment you go to fire again, you see an orc peering over the edge.
can I shoot him?
Gonna stick in this time.
Someone can shoot him.
Well, it's not
I
letting
think
me actually
Sigrun's going to
shoot the
shoot
bow
him with
because
the
yeah, it won't
Yeah.
let me shoot without something targeted.
Can't you just press blow? Otherwise, just press your.
You can just
bow's
press bow,
skill.
but my bow's skill is not as good as my actual bow. But I'll use the bow skill.
The roll is still the same, isn't it?
That's a little bit
Oh,
more like it.
yeah. Extraordinary.
I think I found something to stick it in.
It goes straight into him, and the orc falls forwards and sort of is splayed across this crack. And as you pull on it, shrieking, but you could.
Nice.
Seems to
A
be
fine shot, Lady Sigrun. I'll pull on it.
Master
Over.
Elendil, I
I'll-
suggest that you go up first.
I'll hold this end while whoever goes up.
So I'll let you all climb up, but you can all give me an athletics roll, and that'll
Crap.
sort of affect how much, potentially how much endurance you lose climbing up. I'm not going to keep you trapped down here forever.
Holy shit.
That, by the way, is also a. You rolled with disadvantage.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pick the worst of the two.
So
How did
I
I do
think actually, otherwise,
How do you roll with
you'd have had
disadvantage?
a 12.
It'll say favoured or ill-favoured when you click on the skill,
Yeah.
and you must have it set to worst.
I think I'm going to use my reroll.
You're all not very good at climbing. I
We
should give
suck
you
at
more of these
climbing.
tests.
Yeah, I'm going to use a reroll as well because
Oh, for fuck's sake.
this is supposed to be a favoured roll for me.
Oh my god.
How many rerolls have we got left? I think I've used 3.
There we go. I made it up.
I'm not re-rolling. Oh look, automatic success.
You don't
Hobbit.
little.
Hobbit nails it.
Oh, there you go, automatic. I think we've
Yay.
used all our re-rolls now, right?
Yeah.
I actually have one left.
No, I've got one.
I
as
have one
well.
left as well.
Are you going to re-roll it if Phil do?
I've already tried to reroll this once and failed. I've got one
okay.
reroll left. I'm
Yeah, you
thinking,
can try
actually, you know what? I'm gonna. My last reroll. Fuck!
So
It's just the
you
elf shouting,
managed to climb
"Fuck!"
up.
in a cavern.
All this armor.
Yeah.
And you can take a d6 of endurance damage. But everyone else manages to climb up. Whilst
No, I
in the
failed.
meantime,
I failed.
oh, did you fail
Yeah.
as well? Oh yeah.
Elf
yeah.
and the dwarf
Then
are at the back.
Same for
Astro
Vidar.
attack.
D6,
Mostly you fail because you're climbing up this squealing orc as other orcs start gathering around and firing down into the hole. But you manage to pull yourselves up out of there, and these 3 orcs that are left alive that've been firing bows at you kind of start stumbling back a bit. And one of them turns to the others and says something in black speech.
If I were you, I would run. We just defeated the Doom of Rumbotar, and you are next.
And then I shoot them.
Yeah, shooting.
Are you killing them all?
They're orcs, right? They are the enemy. They are the
Yeah.
forces of shadow. They did drop us down here. This isn't like a
I mean,
my morality
I'm not.
moment.
I'm
is
not.
it?
I'm not
No.
saying you're going to get shadow points for killing them. I'm just
No.
asking
Payback's
a
a bit.
question.
These
Oh,
guys.
wait, we need one for questioning.
I'll make sure I shoot one of them in the leg then.
Okay. There you go.
But yes,
Take one prisoner.
I will shoot to kill because our advantage is that the shadow thinks we're dead.
Okay then. Anyone who wants to can batter these orcs in any way they particularly feel like.
Yeah, I'd shoot them.
I'm going at the moment. I'm not shooting anything.
Unless it gets too close, then out comes the frying pan.
They're very surprised at the moment anyway.
Given that
so-
he's not actually put them on the map, I suspect we might have got
Yeah.
a bit of the drop on them.
Definitely. In fact, I'm not even
Oh.
going to bother putting them on any map. Then.
Yeah.
We'll go. So yeah, You murder your way through these orcs.
I only murdered one, and I didn't murder him. We were at war.
And you're now in Fornost, which appears, other than these 4 orcs that you have slain, to be completely abandoned.
So the one that we didn't slay, the one that I shot in the leg.
Ah, yeah. If there's one you shot in, it's squealing on the ground, pulling at this arrow and trying to sort of slide backwards.
Put a foot on his chest. Silence, filth. Arrow pointed at his face.
Ah, damn you, manlings.
Don't even start. Now you're going to answer some questions, and then I'll let you go your way in peace. And by that, I don't think I'm talking clever. I'm going to kill you, but I'll make it quick.
You'll not get nothing out of me.
I'll put my axe to his groin. It could be slow.
You've got 2 choices. It's me and an arrow, or my friend here and his axe.
Yeah. If you want, you can attempt to intimidate in the same way you would in combat.
Does that work?
How'd you do that?
So intimidate a foe, you use your awe skill.
Oh, awe. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's give it a go. Oh, that's not good. Clearly I'm knackered.
Sees all. And you get an extra point of shadow.
Sorry.
Oh my god! I'm using my last reroll to make that not happen.
The orc kind of starts laughing and coughing up blood.
I'm just going to shoot him in the face. Right, well, that could have gone better.
You ruined my
Now,
light.
You find yourself in eerily silent Fornost, having been drawn here sort of into a trap.
By Elrond.
Also, but also, clearly, Elrond's fears have come true, and
that his lamp's been smashed.
He's sitting at home going, I just know they've smashed my lamp.
Forces of shadow are loose in Eriador.
And there's like another spare one next to him. It's like, it was part of the set. Now it's worthless.
No, it's not. It's worth more. It's unique.
But clearly the Black Numenorians and their Orcan allies are hunting for the heir of Elendil, and you can only fear now, having seen the rangers' bodies, that they may well know the path that said heir is taking to return to Eriador from their travels.
I suggest we have 2 choices then. We can either return to Rivendell and report this back, or we can give chase to the forces of the Black Numenorians.
Oh,
And try to catch up with them.
You know what I'll be voting for.
We should give chase.
Aye.
If you want to give chase, first you're going to have to be able to spot them somehow. Fortunately, you're in the big ruined city with a lot of high towers.
Oh god, I wish we had that lamp. That would have been really handy. It was good for scanning and exploring.
Where are they?
Right then, let's hunt some orc. You left it wide open. No one else took it. I left it out there.
I know. I was waiting for it, but so how are you going about that then?
Hunting.
How does the company? Okay, then whoever is leading the hunt can give me a hunting roll or a scan roll.
So there could be some magical means to find them.
if you had
some kind of magic ring.
Tater locator.
Could I fire up the Tater locator and see if I can see where they've gone?
You can, but
Why don't we do
gonna
all
have-
of these things?
yeah, no, you can actually. You can definitely use that if you want.
I have no idea how it works. So yeah.
Well, what will happen is then you can, for instance, roll the hunting or scan roll, but you automatically get a magical success.
Cool. I mean, it sounds like the sort of thing Robin would do. I know there's going to be some bad downside, but he doesn't know that. It's only a magic ring.
Yeah.
There are many magic rings, Master Burrows.
And they're all to be taken lightly.
37 for the Hobbit lords in there.
In their little hobbit homes, looking all comfy,
Hobbit
sitting by the
holes.
fire.
Yeah. Thieving bastards.
You, as Robin Burrows puts the ring on, his eyes seem to glass over slightly, and he wanders towards one of the highest towers that you can see, where once, maybe, just maybe, a Palantir used to stand. And Robin Burrows stands there amidst the marble floor, exactly where the stand used to be for such an object, and stares out into the distance. You can roll scan or hunting. If you
I
want.
will go with
You automatically get a magical success, but it's just to see if you get anything extra.
Magical success.
And this is the thing, for everyone else, it's also quite apparent that, like, almost as if something has taken hold of Robin the moment he puts this ring on.
Great success.
And so you stand there looking out over the plains of Rudar, and almost like the eyes of a hawk, you find what you're looking for, and soon further and further in, and you can see this band of orcs running under cloaks, with 3 riders on black horses dressed in black Numenorian clothing with these high Numenorian helms upon their heads, all rushing towards some distant place as fast as their feet can carry them, or hooves. And you have spotted them. They're sort of here-ish.
I see you.
The downside of this magical success is that the eye is aware of the use of magic, and certainly magics of this power, and you gain an extra 2 Eye of Mordor points. Now, with your extra success, to end on a high note, you can either cancel a failure, score an additional success, gain insight, go quietly, make haste, or widen influence.
Make
I
haste.
think make haste.
make haste.
Yeah,
or
so I
gain insight
spotted
would be the other.
a good
Yeah,
shortcut. to
your
try and
eyes,
catch.
as they roll back from these distant plains, they fall upon a kind of shortcut in the road. Well, not road, but in the landscape that probably prove easier for your feet to travel, and you may be able to gain a day, or at least half a day, on the people you're pursuing. Do you want to do anything else in Fornost?
I don't think we've got time, have we?
Did we have horses when we came here?
Yes.
You have horses and ponies, but depending on who, what level of thing. I think
Prosperous.
everyone in your group has horses and ponies of at least like
good quality.
Mm.
I don't think Jeffrey's going to be running particularly fast.
but Jeffrey's carrying all the gold.
We do not have time to tarry or linger here. We should make haste and pursue our quarry.
So, I think then the obvious choice is, with dawn breaking upon another new winter's day in Eriador, 5 heroes, a company, set off, crunching down into the light snow, and their boots and hooves and whatnot rush off out of the broken gates of Fornor and into the wide plains beyond. And you get the whole Two Towers bit where
There are a little rise with a few rocks that we all pass through, and the camera
and
pans
an elf
down.
stops just to look like, hey,
And I'll do a rubbing on a rock on a little thing.
I'll scratch my arse as it goes past.
and
True man
you
of
run
breed.
out. You run out into what will become the plains of Rudar in pursuit of the Black Numenorians.
Awesome.
Very, very, very cool.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for watching. Everyone at home, and if you're watching it on YouTube, thank you there. Come join us on Discord and the like. But I'm sure the mighty Garblag will tell us all about that in a minute. Thank you to my players for once again being brilliant and, slaying the doom of Rombadar.
That was very, very cool.
And it was good that it was a group effort as well. That was particularly. I think that was the best bit about it. Was that
Worked as a team.
Extra.
Yeah.
This is sort of the bit where you all come together and realise you are indeed a fellowship.
Which means now we start getting the good kit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a magic dagger.
I need my magic axe. I need a magic axe and like an armor upgrade.
But so next week in the mines of Moria. Anyway, what else is coming up on Garblag?
Lewis, why don't you tell us, given that it's you?
Well, I
tonight
assume
we've got
something.
Acton Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Acton Cthulhu with the Forest of Fear, episode 2. Yeah.
Awesome.
The Winter of Fear event continues, the Modifius event.
The Modifius Winter of Fear event, yeah.
Very cool. They had some awesome intros last time. They've brought back some favourites from the Acton Cthulhu series.
Yeah.
Because they've done a few missions. And some interesting new characters who are related to some of the old characters in interesting ways. So,
yeah.
Very good.
So, yeah. And then tomorrow evening, we're back with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with our very own band of fantastic sky pirates doing crazy sky pirate things. We'll see what mischief they can get up to tomorrow as they attempt to finally rescue Odu's character. Yeah.
Hey, we talked away into some other dude's ship the other day.
There you go. Yeah.
So we
You've
can't
got
be
a
doing
whole
that
new
now.
ship.
That's cool.
Good job, really. Ours was pretty much blown to bits.
And then
It's
next
getting
week
repaired
on
as
Tuesday,
well.
we've got Coriolis.
We have
Yep. Some more fun in space
Wrath of the Mercy of the Age of the End of the...
stuff. That's good. That's good. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have Age of Sigmar.
Soulbound.
Soulbound. Oh, yeah. And then we'll be back round to the One Ring.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. Oh yeah. Thank you, everyone, and good night from all of us.